Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create a Gantt chart really quickly using Excel and then transfer it across into Word. So let's go into Excel. As you can see here, I've got this. Gantt chart basically lists all the tasks that need completed. We've created also a series of subtasks. Okay, so task 3 is broken up to a series of subtasks. Let's just put that there, subtasks. Right, and basically what's today's date? 19th of August 2020. That's the date. Now what we can do is we say, oh, well, we want to do each task broken down by the following week. So let's just drag that across. So if you type in +7, it just adds a week to the dates, and we drag that across and take us all the way up to, say, middle of October. Now the little hashtag there just means you can't see it. If you double click, you can make that bigger. I like to have it white in the background, and you can play around with the layout as much as possible. So what do we need to do? Well, we need some people who are going to help out with that. So we might have a manager, and we also might have team members here as another column. So the team manager might be myself. In the next task, it might be somebody else. It might be somebody else, and it might be then somebody else to finish off those final task and then bring it all together. Okay, so team members, on the other hand, are people who are going to be involved in the task that as a manager, you're sort of pushing them in the right direction to get this task done. So for instance, I might be involved, but I might also bring my friend Adrian in, and then Candace might come in as well to help out there. Adrian might be just the person who works out how to do task 2. Candace might lead the next one along with Eric, and I might also come in at the end. And maybe it's the same people involved in the remaining task. And then finally, we might have everyone join in together to bring the whole project together and sign off. All right, so that's the manager and that's the team members. Fantastic. All right, that might be a way of presenting that. And then obviously we need to fill in when those tasks are to be completed. Now, one way to do this quickly in Excel is just use shading. Everything is shaded white in the background. What I can do is select a nice little shade, maybe a blue, that might work there. And that's when I'm going to start the first task. And using F4, I can quickly fill in the rest. So I might begin task 2, and that might last 3 weeks. Task 1 might last 3 weeks. Task 2, I might begin in the second week, have a week off, and then pick it up again. Task 3, obviously a series of subtasks, but it might come towards the end. We might have task 3A, task 3B running concurrently, and 3B there. And then obviously task 3 goes right across there. All right, and finally task 4 might be the final week. So you can see there quickly we've created a Gantt chart. If those columns are a little bit too wide, obviously you can make them smaller, which does create a problem, but you can also change the type of way in which those dates are being displayed as well, obviously. Or you can change the way in which the text is being directed. So we might rotate that text up and collapse those columns down. And you can obviously see that's August, September, and finally finishing up in October. So that's one way of presenting your Gantt chart. It's a little bit squashed there, so I might spread that out a bit. There we go. Looks nice. We can even put some borders around it. Sure. Very simple. And that looks rather nice. Okay, so we could even play around with the background there. We might have some grey just to make every second task stand out if you wanted to, and bringing that across to the membership just to make it a little bit easier for the reader to see what's going on. By all means, you can fill in even those blank squares there if that's what you want to do. It makes it nice look and pretty. All right, so there's our Gantt chart, pretty much ready to export into Word. So we copy it and we open up our Word document. Here's my Word document. Now, if I just copy and paste it, you can see that it doesn't look the best. If I take off that, it kind of sometimes gets mixed up when we copy and paste into Word. So what we can do is we can right-click and paste it as an image. And the reason we like that is we can make it smaller, but everything stays in proportion with each other. Now, the other thing is obviously you're going to have a whole lot of text. Yeah. Text. And so whilst this text is on a portrait style, you may want to put this in a landscape. So the way you can do that is you can go into to layout and insert a section break onto the next page. Now, if I click on the little show hide command, it shows me where that section break is. There it is. All right, so I've got this first section. And then moving on to my second section. What I'd like to do is make this second section into a landscape format. So what I can do is simply click on Layout, Orientation, Landscape. And now we can see that can take up the entire page relative to our other part of the document. And we can put this is a progress or planned progress or something like that. Schedule of dates and team leaders, whatever it might be as a suitable heading, and maybe that's appendix 1 or something like that. So you can see that now I've got the portrait, now I've got the landscape, and then if I go to my print preview, you can see that that's going to work out very nicely and it's going to look very nice in terms of the report. Obviously, you can put that into a PowerPoint document, whatever the needs you may see fit, but that's one way to do Gantt charts very quickly in a program like Excel and Word.